Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to part 1 of my Unholy Death Knight PvP guide. So I'm going to start this guide off with the talents I use. So first talent I use is called Rolling Blood for tier 1, and I use it because it easily applies all my diseases to multiple targets by spreading it with Blood Boil. So yeah. Now for tier 2, I use Anti-Magic Zone. The reason I use Anti-Magic Zone is because, first of all, I use most of my runic power on conversion, so I don't really need Lichborn. And even though Lichborn does get you out of fears too, overall Anti-Magic Zone just seems a lot more helpful for everyone, really, in a lot of situations. Next, I use Chillbanes. I use Chillbanes instead of Asphyxiate because using it's easier to root and slow targets, and just mainly just stay on targets so that I can put out the burst I need in arenas instead of them just kiting me. So, and also you still get a silence, which is I like the silence better, although the cooldown is 30 seconds longer. Next is conversion. I use conversion because if you know how to kite properly and use it, you can heal a lot and get out of really tough situations. So it's very helpful. Next is Blood Tap, and I don't know if I'd really have to explain Blood Tap that much. I think you guys already know about it, and it's just really awesome for helping you stack necrotics. So yeah. So next, the last tier, I have Desecrate Ground. And Desecrate Ground is pretty much my trinket, because I use 2 DPS trinkets, and so I'm kind of almost forced to use it. So, yeah, but overall, even if you used a PvP trinket, Desecrate Grounds is an amazing talent. Alright, so next is the glyphs. So I'm going to start with Unholy Frenzy. Unholy Frenzy makes it so you no longer take damage from your Unholy Frenzy. So let's see. I'll just pop it, and as you can see, I take no damage. This is helpful because in some situations I'd pop Unholy Frenzy, and then say, like, it was a mage and he was just getting away, and I didn't really see a point. I was just taking damage, and I'd almost want to just, dispel it or something. But never, you won't have to worry about that if you use this. Next is a glyph of Anti-Magic Shell, and what it does is it pretty much absorbs all incoming magical damage up to the absorption limit, which increases its effectiveness by a lot, and I really like it. Alright. Next we have Glyph of Icy Touch, which pretty much purges an ability off. I use this all the time before I burst on a target to make sure they're clean before it. So yeah, that's it for the talents and glyphs. I mean, these are my minor, but I don't think they're very important. I use Glyph of Geist, Glyph of Resilient Grip, and Glyph of Death's Embrace. Alright, so now let's get down to the rotation. So the Unholy Death Knight rotation can work a couple of ways. It's not down to just one or something. So, for instance, one way would be to just, like, open with a Chains of Ice, maybe Plague Strike, Feastering, Blood Boil to spread my diseases, just wait on a couple runes, maybe Icy Touch to get a Frost rune, and then you can stack those necrotics. That's pretty much how it goes, because, pretty much how the rotation goes is you want to get diseases on one target. Then, after you have them on one, you want to spread them to the multiple ones. Once all your diseases are spread, you want to get 4 death runes. After 4 death runes, you want to stack necrotics. That's pretty much how it goes. You can also, just wait for your runes to be off cooldown instead of empowering. Or you could use Death Pact to help you stack them more effectively. You can stack up to 6. So yeah, it's really that simple. There's a couple ways, obviously, to get your death runes. Like, for one, something that I see a lot of Death Knights doing is they'll just run up and they'll just double feastering, which automatically gives them 4 death runes. And there's really nothing wrong with that, but that's usually not how I open, because that pretty much uses all of your runes. And I like to save some. For instance, I like to chain so that I can stay on them. I like to Icy Touch to get rid of their Purgs, and I like to blood boil at the start to spread diseases right when the game starts, and that's why I do that. So, this has been a short guide, but I hope it helped. I will be making more in-depth guides later. So, yeah, please leave a comment on what you'd like for me to do next, and thanks. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.